I've spent 10,000 on a man on the internet and I have no idea what he looks like. I, 25F, usually listen to ASMR to fall asleep. One night YouTube recommended me a video with a ridiculously bold thumbnail, and I clicked on it out of some sick curiosity. The man had the most entrancing voice I've ever heard, and I couldn't believe the things he was saying were allowed on YouTube. I'd never been talked to by a man like that, and certainly not by the deepest voice I've ever heard. I was hooked. The videos consist of some romantic scenario that leads into intimacy. It's all faceless and there's always some sexy man in the thumbnail. He has a paid subscription for what he calls spicy audios. The YouTube versions are the first half of these and they stop right before the good part begins. I have to admit that I'm addicted. I listen damn near daily. I listen to him when I sleep, when I work, even as I write this post. I find myself hearing his voice in my head at times. The problem is I've been spending money on him. His site is only $6 a month, but I tip him through his site on nearly every release, usually around $100 or more. Sometimes I buy stuff off his wishlist too, though usually others beat me to it, which makes me feel better because I'm not the only one crazy enough to be spending money on a faceless man. I swing between pure delulu when I ignore my spending and pure dread when I look at my bank statement. I inherited a fair amount from my grandmother, which I told my parents I would save for a house when I got married, and I've made a $10,000 dent in that. The worst part is I finally hurt my boyfriend with this. One day my boyfriend glanced over at my phone while I was listening, and asked me who this guy was. He managed to read the title out loud before I ran over and snatched my phone. The title was Huge Boyfriend Slides Inside of You for the First Time, and of course this caused a massive fight. He was livid and completely beside himself. I just sat there while he yelled and begged and went through it all. I don't blame him and I never wanted to hurt him. I think I was just lying to myself about how this would affect my boyfriend. It makes me feel horrible, but I tried to get my boyfriend to listen to it to understand why I liked it so much, but it only made him angry and jealous. He got so upset he skipped my birthday party. Again, I don't blame him for this, but it hurt. I know he loves me because he hasn't broken up with me and refuses to tell our friends why he missed the party. He doesn't deserve this, but I don't think I can stop listening. I want to stop for his sake, but I can't. He doesn't even know about how much I've spent either. I feel awful hiding that too, but I don't want to lose him. We have fought almost constantly about it since he found out. Every time I put my headphones in to do schoolwork or exercise or whatever. He isn't a jealous man, but he won't drop this. I even tried to reason with him and say it's no different than him watching porn, because that's what it is, audio adult films. I don't want this to ruin my relationship, but I don't want to stop either.